Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we are at Players Classic at Goodwood, and this is the Saturday. So if you're familiar with Players Classic, the Saturday is a track day. So in this episode, we're gonna have some passenger laps in like the Mark 7 Golf R, the E30 as well. And then also we're gonna talk you through some of the cars that we've got on the stand because we've got a lot of cars from a lot of cool companies. So let's jump into it. Okay, so first up we have the 901 Turbo from ES Motor, and it's quite a special car because it is actually Amir's own personal development car for ES Motor, and he's saying it's running around about 1435 horsepower at the wheels and about 1700 at the crank. So it's obviously extensively modified engine build, gearbox build, obviously big turbo kit, and on this particular car it's running a special air to water intercooler setup from CSF, so it uses the air to water heat exchangers and then a custom core from CSF as well to keep that all cool. And I took that out for a couple of runs last night, and I can confirm that it's probably the fastest car I've ever been in. And it's amazing how well this car actually drives considering how much power it has. And then next up we have a completely different car. So we have a AE86, and this is actually my brother's car. So you sort of bought it as a bit of fun, and it's also got a couple of CSF bits and pieces on there. So it's got the CSF oil cooler, and it's also got a CSF heat exchanger as well, or radiator, so to keep the engine coolant and oil all nice and cool. And then this car we actually finished on Friday just before the show. It's from our friends at Amigo Wraps that did obviously this beautiful like purpley pink wrap, and we've put the Titan 7 TD6s on there, ET25 in a flat black paint. Looks absolutely perfect on airlift as well. And then back here we have our in-house 907 GT3. So this is running like the CSF all cooling package along the front. Got the wave track diff, RSS suspensions, get it all dialed in, and then the Titan TS5 wheels as well. Recently, if you watch on YouTube, you'll know of Henry's McLaren GT, where we did the Novatec suspension. So we dropped it down a little bit and then put the 5-speed exhaust, and then he's just had a wrap done by Amigo Wraps, and that looks fantastic. And over in the corner here, we have the ultimate Mark 7.5 Golf R build, which we've done about 10 or 11 episodes on. So it's a stage 3 car, full CSF cooling package on there, wave track differential, the full Verkline catalogue, loads of carbon fibre bits and pieces, and Ottinger body kit. And if we head over to the CSF customer booth, so over here we have the C8 RS6 of QS Tuning. So this car's been running stage 2 for quite a while, and now they recently upgraded it to stage 3. I believe it's running around 900, 1,000 horsepower, fastest C8 RS6 in the world. Over here we have the A90 Supra of Officially Gassed. So we actually picked this up on Thursday. Jamie let us borrow it. So this is running the full 6-piece CSF cooling package. So that is the charge cooler manifold. It's running the heat exchanger for the charge cooler, the auxiliary coolers that keep the charge cooler cool as well, and then the transmission cooler running about 860-ish horsepower, I believe, if I remember correctly. Maybe I got that wrong. One of the nicest A90 Supras that we've got. Beautiful blue car here. You might remember it from the channel. It's from R44 Performance. It's their G80 M3 that we upgraded with the CSF cooling package again. So that's got the CSF S58 charge cooler in there, even jury intake, the heat exchanger, also the transmission cooler as well. Good thing about the transmission cooler and also the heat exchanger is when you run a big open grill like this, it keeps it all nice and protected. And this car, when we were at D-Max a couple of months ago, is running consistently in the high 9s on standard turbo. So the CSF charge cooler allows you to run some port injection on there and obviously keep the charge temps consistently cool. And then let's head back into the booth as well. We've got the green car here, which is the Hack Engineering M140i. This is running, I believe, a pure 800 turbocharger. It's running a lot of power through this car. They take it on track quite often, running the CSF charge cooler radiator to keep all those charge cooler temps nice and cool. And then we have the extensively modified F80 M3 from R44 Performance. They actually just popped this mirror polished S55 charge cooler on just before players. Got that fitted. They've got the other CSF components like the transmission cooler, the heat exchanger, keep everything cool. And this is also going to be a track build for them as well. So they've got carbon fiber tillet seats, partial removal of the interior in there. They've got a cage, they've got harnesses. They're absolutely ready to go. Unfortunately, Reese wasn't around today, so he couldn't take it on track. But yeah, hopefully we'll see it around relatively soon. So that's sort of like a high-level view of all the cars we've got on the booth, the sort of specs and things like that. Really grateful for all our dealers to sort of drop the cars down, let us have the cars, let us display them to everyone. So yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so we've been out for a track session at Mark 8 Golf R so far, and obviously it's the first time we've driven it, we've shaken it down properly because we literally finished it yesterday at like 5 o'clock, so I haven't had a chance to drive it properly. And kind of unsurprisingly, there is a little bit of rubbing on the arch, so much so that it's actually worn through part of the tyre. So we've had that remedied quite an old school way, so we've had to remove the screw and then give it a couple of love taps. And then we're going to go out on track now, see if it rubs still. If it doesn't, then we can enjoy the rest of the day. If it does, then we'll probably have to be a little bit less ambitious with getting all the camber from the bottom arm, because obviously that increases the track width, which creates a problem with the clearance on the front. So we'll have to put like an adjustable top mount in there or get some kind of camber that way. But then also, I've got a couple of cars in the queue behind us. So we've got Luke from Hampshire Photography. He's done quite a few upgrades so far on his Mark 7 Golf R, so we thought this would be a good opportunity to talk through the car quick. So Luke, it's completely different.
It is. To be honest, I mean, it was last at you guys at like, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
But since then, we've put chassis mounted front splitter on it, which, yes, is wood. It's functional, it works. You can stand on it as well, like it's solid as a rock. I've now got a different wheel and tyre setup. Yeah. So I've got 265, 35, 18s all round. These are the two forged ZF1s. And we've got to go.
Yeah, in real life, this is absolutely hard. So yeah, we're about to head out on track, so see you there. So everyone, welcome Craig. He has got a frozen silver, or is it frozen grey or frozen silver?
Frozen grey.
Frozen grey E92 M3 that's in the workshop at the moment, having some bits and pieces done, and it happens to be a player, so we thought we would take him out for the afternoon.
See what this golf can do.
Session, yeah. See what the bloomer's all about. Alignment, wheels, the geo settings and stuff. Definitely needs like some firmer springs, a bit firmer dampers and stuff, but yeah, doesn't do too badly. everything from us today. You might notice there's not as much footage of the E30 as what we'd like. That's because we had a slight misfire in the morning that's turned out to be something a little bit more serious. We'll pass you over to Ryan so he can explain exactly what happened. Here we go.
I would like to explain exactly what happened, but we haven't actually got to the point of investigating yet. So this is a circuit that's got lots of wide open throttle bits, and the car is geared quite short. So we're in 6th gear for a lot of it, and I think it goes to about 7,500 RPM. So we did about 7,500 RPM in 6th, and felt a misfire, pulled out. Then we went back on the throttle down the back straight, and it did it again. So we pulled out, coasted into the pit lane, and as we come in, it seems to be running on 5 cylinders, so won't idle. But we've taken the valve cover off and inspected all the valve train. That's totally cool. Oil's clean, so we think it's probably injector side. We've tested the coil packs and we've unplugged injectors one by one, so it looks likely to be an injector. We don't have any injectors today, so
Can't test the theory.
we parked it and enjoyed the day, basically. So managed to go out in the Golf R, which was great. So yeah, all in all, it was still pretty successful, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Had some fun.
Yeah, sweet.
See you on the next one.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch other videos of ours that YouTube thinks you'll like, then click up here. If you'd like to watch some other videos that we have in the same playlist, then click here. And obviously, if you enjoyed the video, then we really appreciate if you gave us a subscription. And then obviously you'll be updated when other videos of ours go live, and you can do that quite easily by clicking here. Hope to see you soon.